Hey guys, welcome back to the Has Project. I'm John Ordalaza, and I'm kicking off a new marathon. We're going right into Mortal Kombat, the 2021 reboot. It's coming to HBO Max April 16th.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
So I'm going to be reviewing the 90s films of Mortal Kombat, starting with the 1995 Mortal Kombat. Let's get into it. Now, I'm not a 90s child, but my brother was, so these were a part of my childhood. And I gotta say, I do enjoy the first Mortal Kombat film. It is pretty fun. It's very wacky, comical, cheesy, but it knows that. There are parts of it where it wants you to take it a little bit seriously, but you just can't help but just sit back, relax, have a good time, because it's kind of a mess, but it's a fun mess. The story follows Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade forming a union to take on the forces that are going to be entering this tournament known as Mortal Kombat. It is a tournament that is hosted every century, so every 100 years, and I guess whoever wins, they take possession of the Earth. That's bizarre. Very dramatic already, but I appreciate the craziness that they're willing to go at in this film. Like, there's some crazy, silly, wacky things that happen in this movie. This is just a little nitpick, but the tournament bouts in this film all take place in these random ass locations, and it's just kind of always bugged me a little bit. Like, for instance, you'll see Liu Kang have a couple of his bouts in this circle in the dirt in front of a couple people, in front of Shang Tsung, which I don't know the actor's name, but he is incredible in this movie. He really drives the campiness of it and makes it something more, something to treasure for years to come. Because look, we're in 2021 and people still kind of adore this movie from 95. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, you'll see Liu Kang fight in these sanctioned looking arenas in the dirt, and then at random times you'll just see him in the hallway of a castle fighting Sub-Zero, and then you'll see Johnny Cage and Scorpion going at it in a forest, and then they just transport to hell. It's wacky, very wacky. I guess they wanted to bring in the location stages kind of feel from the video games. You know, in fighting games, you'll have different stages and different locations to fight at. I guess that's probably what they were going for, but it just, I don't know, in terms of a real-life tournament in a movie setting, it needed just a little explanation, and they gave us none. We were just in different locations every time, and hey, I can't be too mad at it because there are some really great moments from these certain fights. Sub-Zero and Scorpion are the most popular characters in this entire franchise, and they're the most cheesiest ones in this movie. Like, they don't have big screen presence, they don't have big roles, they don't have a lot of dialogue, but whenever they speak, whenever they do anything, it's like almost pulled out of the video game, especially Scorpion with his "get over here," like very, very cheesy. I gotta give it to the main three because I think Liu Kang and Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, those actors, they did a really good job of what they were given. Their back and forth with each other was very charming, and it just always makes me smile to see Johnny Cage get undermined a little bit by the other two because of his stupid ego and whatnot. It's just fun. I love the banter between the three of them, and they're just a great trio. I gotta say, the one who rivals Shang Tsung for me is Christopher Lambert as Raiden. He just carries the movie for me. They probably do the best job in this movie, making this cheesy script come to life. I believe in their performances, really nobody else's. I like the main three, but these two just do it for me, man. Like, these two. Like I said, the special effects, not that great. The Goro in this movie, oh lord. So that's like partially practical effects. There's a little bit of CG, I believe, and there's some animatronics as well in his face, which still haunt me to this day. It is freaky as hell. And I believe there's a guy sitting on another guy's shoulders in the costume. It's odd that they chose to go that route, but hey, I gotta respect them because they wanted to make this as practical as possible. Thank God they didn't have all of these crazy characters in here and turn them into CGI monsters or whatnot, CGI characters, because good old Lord, will we talk about the CGI of the 90s when we get to Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but that's for the next video. It's just a fascinating time that I wish I was kind of a part of, to see some of these video game movies come to life, but almost in no way that the video games portrayed them as. This one was probably the closest, I think. I played a bit of Mortal Kombat growing up, and this It's pretty close. It's pretty close. If you guys ever seen the Super Mario Brothers movie, I don't know what happened there, but it's an interesting take, I'll say that. But in here, I think they were kind of faithful. They didn't really shy away from showing whatever they needed to show that was directly from the video game. Like Sub-Zero and Scorpion had their outfits for the most part. Everyone had their outfits. There were some odd choices, but for the most part, I think they made it work for the movie they were trying to make. And that's why I have so much respect for the 95 Mortal Kombat film. It's not that bad. And the music, the theme song of Mortal Kombat is so good. It's techno-y, but I love it. It's such a great theme. It's a nice theme to work out to. But yeah, I appreciate a lot of aspects of this movie, despite all of the cheesiness that you have to get through. It's worth it. It's worth a watch, especially nowadays. It's worth it, guys. So let me know down below, have you ever seen the original 1995 Mortal Kombat? Let me know down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to stick around because I'm going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat Annihilation real soon. Yeah, I got some thoughts and I'd like to share them with you guys. So be sure to stick around because the Mortal Kombat 2021 film, the remake, is right around the corner. You might want to stick around for that because there's more to come.